Hi, I'm Nathan Day and I'm a furniture maker from Dunsborough in Western Australia. I moved into this workshop about 2 years ago, and I've had quite a few people asking if I could do a walkthrough or like a tour. So for all the people that can't come and visit because of COVID-19, let's go for a wander through the workshop and have a bit more of a look. Start at the back of the workshop. We designed it with a 4-metre roller door at the back, so we could drive packs of timber in with the forklift, put them straight on the rack. It's the rack there, mostly oak and walnut, but there's some jarrah, some blackwood, and some marri as well. So this is the main sort of machining area. Little pan around of the rest of the space as well. But the idea here was, with the timber machining, was we could sort of drop it straight out of the rack onto radial arm saw for rough docking, and then planer thicknesser. We've got a bandsaw there as well. We've got a couple actually. It's the felder there, and then there's Hitachi over there. It's a resaw. Planer and thicknesser we put in about a year ago. Martin's, absolutely delightful. German made and just absolute precision. So nice. And then that's his buddy thicknesser over there, and have a wide belt sander which is 1350 wide. It means you can put fairly substantial solid timber tabletop through that guy. There's temporary white wall for photos. Around the back here we've got clamp racks. And then behind that we've got jig storage, which is all of this. We have a bunch of designs that we build multiples of. They've all got production jigs and templates and clamping blocks and bits and pieces that are associated with them. Most of those live in there. Then down the front of the workshop, it's a linisher sander. We've got KR Engineering clamp rack. So this was built in Perth. We glue up all our tabletops and bench tops and that sort of thing on there. Makes it really easy. It's double-sided. You can climb in underneath and do any filling that you need to do. Now the front of the workshop, we were going to build in a showroom, so there's a little mezzanine above here. We decided not to do that. It was a big allocation of space and it had been really well utilised, you know, without having it closed off. So we still have an area where we can, you know, set up finished pieces and also store them until they go out. And then this is the rest of the space, sort of looking back down into the workshop. We've just kept it open. We use it differently every day. Everything's on wheels, and that works really well for us. We've got workbenches over here, like they sort of stay in a fixed spot. But most of the other things we can move, all the trolleys and even the planer and thicknesser, both the bandsaws we move around wherever we need them. Little sharpening setup over here. It's an old Tormek grinder. We've got some Waterstones, and then really nice drill press. It's a tough, and it's built in Perth in the 60s, and it's in really good condition and just so nice. We put this in a little while ago, Simtech copy lathe. We're just kind of sussing that out actually. We don't do a heap of turning, but this gives us the ability to sort of look better than we are. That's pretty cool actually. Bobbin sander over here, multi-router, got another tough pedestal drill, and then in the corner here it's a vacuum press. So it's actually an old vinyl wrap press that we just use as with a rubber membrane, so for vacuum pressing veneers, thick veneers, curve forms, that sort of thing. We have a Felder spindle molder with a power feed. Very handy, he gets a good run in here. And then we've got table router and then panel saw. So that's a Felder that we put in about 5 years ago. Really nice machine, very accurate. It's got motorized rise and fall on the saw, and there's a spindle in there as well. Got a spindle molder. And then digital readout of the height and the angle, and digital readout on the rip as well, which is very nice. And lastly, we've got the little Hitachi resaw. This gets a pretty solid run as well. We upgraded him recently. He was a bit of a toy. Had a little motor, so we've upgraded to a 5 horsepower motor. And the other valuable addition was the Chris Vesper guides as well. They're beautiful. So we run a 1-inch blade. That's a hacker in there, but we've got a tungsten tip blade for sort of fine cutting. It's really nice. So this is the space. Nice and open, good workflow, good cross ventilation, and really good light as well. We've got LEDs with daylight harvesters, so they read the ambient light and adjust accordingly. So that's it. So there you go. That's the workshop. If you got any questions, feel free to ask. Just put those in the comments below, and I hope you enjoyed it.